Today we're going to be looking at this Edifier Bluetooth multimedia speaker system. Okay, on the front of the box you can see the name Edifier. It says it's Bluetooth, it's a multimedia speaker system. It tells you it's 68 watts and a few other bits of information on there as well. On the back and the sides of the box it tells you the specifications as well as the features. For example, on the features it's 68 watts, it's got Bluetooth 5, it's 100% wooden subwoofer. You've got stand-mounted satellite speakers, bass control, universal 100 volts to 240 volts power supply. It also works with an AUX cable as well, and it's got a 5-inch woofer. Okay, so inside the box you've got the products, but one thing to note first is there's more plastic probably in the packaging because every single item has got a bag than there is actually in the product itself. So the subwoofer comes in a bag, each speaker comes in a bag, the cable comes in a bag, even the manual comes in a plastic bag. Come on, guys. I know it's got recycle marks on it and everything, but that's the whole problem. It gets blown away and blown into seas and stuff. You don't need this one-use plastic. Okay, you could easily put it in a nice cotton bag or something like that for the price of the product. Otherwise, as we said, we've got the 2 speakers, you've got the cable and the manual and lots of plastic. Okay, so let's talk about the cabling first. So you've got the AUX cable, which is what you would plug into your PC or device if you were not wanting to use the Bluetooth. This is roughly 1.7 meters long, which is 170 centimeters. So it's a fairly okay distance, to be honest with you. Now, the cables for the speakers, so the satellites, what plug into the subwoofer, are 2.2 meters long, which is very good actually, because that means combined you could have the actual satellites spread out. So 2 meters one way, 2 meters the other way. So over 4 meters difference between the satellites. So that's pretty good. The only disappointing cable I'd say would be the actual power cable. That is only 1.5 meters long. I would have preferred to see a 2 or 3 meter cable because you never have that plug socket in the right place and you have to go all the way around your room to plug it in. So I would have preferred to see a slightly better length cable on that. Okay, so to the subwoofer itself, one thing I'm first of all noticing is there is actually another piece of plastic on top. So you've got a little piece of plastic which is also protecting the plastic. Okay. So it looks quite attractive, I suppose. You've got this nice silver area here, and then the rest of it's black with a name on. So otherwise, not much else to really look at. Otherwise, on the side or the back, depending on how you want to put it, you've got your controls as well as where you put all your inputs. So the top one is where you can change the volume, but it's also a button as well. So if you click it once, it changes it from auxiliary mode, so that's where obviously you've got it plugged into a PC or whatever, and Bluetooth mode. If you hold it down, it disconnects from the Bluetooth. So pretty simple controls, to be honest. And then you've got your bass as well. You can adjust that up and down. Auxiliary cable plugs into there. Your speakers plug in there, so you've got left and right, so you can figure out which one's which because they're color coded. And then you've got a rocker switch for power. It's pretty straightforward. Otherwise, the back is plain, and the bottom does have some little feet on there. They do seem like, I wouldn't say rubberized, but some sort of like a fabric, which should help stop it sliding around. Okay, so we're going to do the sound test now. Now, something to just bear in mind, it's really hard to do a sound test on a review because when we play the music, you're obviously listening to it recorded then onto our camera, which is then being uploaded to YouTube, and then you're watching it on your own speakers, or should I say listening to it on your speakers. So obviously you're not going to hear how it actually sounds. I'll give you a demonstration and then we'll talk you through actually how we feel that it sounds. So let me just play this. This is just a generic song, what we are allowed to use, which is not copyrighted. Okay, so hopefully that should have given you a rough idea. Just bear in mind this audio clip has not been edited at all, so you're actually hearing it how we're hearing it, obviously via a camera, then via your speakers. But that's how it actually sounds. Okay, so how good does it actually sound in person? Well, it's really hard to portray over a camera. But what I did was ask the camera woman, also known as the boss, or Jenny, how much she thought this was worth by obviously the features as well as the sound quality. And she said if she was to go out shopping and was looking at speakers and heard these, she would spend well over £100 for them, or at least a minimum of £100. Now, these are basically being sold for about 50 quid. When I told her they're only worth £50, she nearly had a heart attack because she was like, wow, they're absolutely amazing for that price. So in conclusion, should you buy these speakers? Well, let's put it this way. My wife is not easily impressed, and she says that she absolutely loves this, especially for the price. And I must admit, okay, I'm not a big audiophile like she is, but I must admit they do sound very good for the price. We've reviewed all sorts of sound equipment over the years, and I must admit, this is one of the best sounding ones, especially for the price. It definitely beats everything else. It's easy to use, it's easy to set the Bluetooth up. It's just basically go in your settings, Bluetooth, press the button on the side, and away you go. Or you can plug it into, let's say, a TV or a laptop or a PC, whatever you want via the auxiliary cable, and away you go. It's very simple to use, but the sound quality is the thing which I'm impressed the most about, especially when the missus is impressed about music. That's like gold dust, really, to be honest with you. So I would highly recommend this product, and well done, Edifier. If you enjoyed this video, why not click this box right up here and you'll be able to see other sound products we have reviewed in the past. Or you can click this box down here, that one right there, you know, that one there. That one will take you to other Edifier products we have reviewed in the past. Otherwise, don't forget to give us a good thumbs up, press that bell, subscribe, you know the drill. Just do it.